Are you, like, literally not... Just do that so they repair.
That just strikes me as painful. Oh, no, that's never happened. But in the meantime, let us kick this war off.
The only disadvantage about taking Denmark is all this raiding area that I could be raiding, I won't be able to raid. Which, as you can see, I now have a stupid amount of gold. Which I'm first going to use to repay my loans. And apparently make the nobility happy. Get up there. Doing the thing. Such a beautiful thing. Let's see now. Well, that's what I wanted to do anyway. Innovation decreasing. That's alright for now.
Innovativeness mechanic.
Hop over innovativeness and it gives you like a stat. Really good.
If you're ahead on technology, it builds.
Okay, so it's basically just an even higher lead if you're already lead, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
It rewards players that take technology earlier.
Which is supposedly something that's easier to do if you're small. Supposedly.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of... Well, it is, and then it also isn't because of the way institutions work.
Yeah.
It's easier if you don't expand a lot.
Yeah, well, the thing is then you're less likely to be with institutions like spawned. I mean, kind of. It's not really that cut and dry, but...
It's like good for the Netherlands and stuff.
Yeah, for the Dutch. Fucking Dutch people. Running around being all 6'4".
I'm Dutch in real life.
Are you 6'4"? Wow. Pretty tall.
Yeah.
No, I'm like below national average.
So you're
Yeah, that's quite
6'2".
sad.
Yeah, he's 6'2".
Mecklenburg, where the fuck are you?
Oh, you can explore.
Hello, Mecklenburg.
No, you can't. You cannot explore.
You're gonna have to pay me for that one.
The Swedish pretenders win. That would be perfect.
My Republican leader just took the big dirt nap. Lost the big election.
We need to build.
My good guy, I was running out of reservation.
Let's actually build these first. Let's make the Baltic Sea as rich as possible.
Like a couple of years now.
And the North Sea as well. Probably overspending on these, but at the end of the day, I'm spending free money. So...
Me about God Kingdom?
I really can't complain.
Buddy?
Well, I could complain.
What?
Was asking me about God Kingdom before?
What about God Kingdom? Oh, the Kingdom of God.
Oh, yeah, that's me. I'm a...
God's Kingdom.
And they're allied with...
God's plan.
I can't believe they put one with you.
I hate that song so much.
Frank, like Jesus.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Egyptus. That's true.
Oh, Edmonton.
We're sending a lot of troops south for some reason.
God's Kingdom is like there's so much bonus. And
They're super weak right now, yeah.
I wonder why.
So, when can we attack Denmark?
It's called a war with the Ottomans.
Where am I? Here I am.
I was in it.
I'm never gonna fight the Ottomans.
7 years. Squeak.
I declared a war and then they somehow fucking joined it. I don't know. I still don't understand how. They were not allied with them. They were not no tributary, nothing. Just joined them somehow.
I am desperately afraid of falling behind in tech, so we'll upgrade all those as much as I want to just spend more here. I'm spending it here because it's cheaper, even though I'd probably get colonialism faster if I spent the tech, or if I spent the monarch points here. I don't know, man. What do you think? I know I say, what do you think? And then I check the screen to see what people think, and lo and behold, there's a 3-second delay, so I don't know what people think. Or rather, I've checked the screen too fast, and then I look back and I'm like, okay, guess nobody's answering me, even though it takes you 3 seconds to hear me.
Colonizing down there, Moose.
No, I'll probably give you the colonies or something. I just wanted to win this war and then get the hell out. But it's taking forever. Because again, I have no navy to move people around the Philippines with. But no, I'll send you my vassals or whatever whenever you get established.
Well, these are all core territories for me. They won't become vassals.
Go pretender, rebels.
Right? It's like
Keep pretending.
they're my integrated states.
I have more loans. I meant to pay off... Oh, I got a lot of loans. I should have paid off those loans.
Yeah.
Whoopsies! I mean...
Really? You get Canton?
I really have no
Skip away from me.
corruption. I could just make them go away.
Like my continental area. I can hire, I can recruit regular troops and everything over there too.
All right, I'll hand over the territory once I get it.
I'm digging my way out of debt.
That's pretty good.
Not too slowly, and I'll be able to pay you quite.
If everyone is 5% here...
Can you give me the maps to the New World? I tried to request to share maps, but it wouldn't let me.
So you need to have a ship next to the area that you want to request
I'll take
for,
on the ally.
and you need to be at peace.
Oh, okay.
War is profitable.
Or you need to have a ship next to my territory.
War never changes.
Kinda does. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Changes quite often, actually.
Well, you've got me there.
Like, at one point you're deposing your father, but then your son deposes you. I mean...
The cycle of life.
Yeah, exactly. And then if there is no son in play, it's probably your brother or your uncle.
So we're just gonna chill for a little bit. There's really no more information that I can glean.
Isn't it? Think of all those centuries where people fought just tooth and nail, like all over Europe. Oh.
I can imagine no more beautiful times than that. No.
I mean, we're playing in their time, so we don't want to play in our times.
Yeah, apparently.
Life must have been good, being a lowly serf.
I bet it was pretty chill if you were like him.
Like,
You know,
if
I think they thought of themselves more as an autonomous collective.
Like, I'm pretty sure that once I lived in the medieval times, I wouldn't be a serf, I'd be a lord. Definitely.
Somebody declared war on me. The buggers.
How dare they? And the siege rages on.
Manila and Cebu declared war on me.
Alright.
You're gonna get
So,
quick because I gotta defeat these guys.
does this increase range by 50? That'll allow me to colonize. Beautiful.
Let's start this war.
Give me Evoland.
Is it okay if I call you into war, Feej, and then you can pick up these war goals? I can do most of the fighting if you want. Or do you want to stay at peace for now?
No, you can call me in.
Okay.
I don't
How
have too much
utterly
aggressive
boring
expansion
E4
anymore.
was. That's fine. Hey, Lorrelion. Or I guess.
Yes, sir.
Prestige and shit too, which would be nice.
Setting still going strong.
I realize this. They've been in this what's the word? Coalition war forever.
Yeah, they are.
Go ahead and up that.
In this war for 3 years.
So, Burgerman, how is this from like a watching perspective?
The locals are taking over my colony.
How do you think I can improve this? How do you think I can
People are not sub
change my setup? Obviously, if the Discord,
You should my fields.
obviously if the Discord overlay worked right now, that would be fantastic, and that would make it a lot easier for people to tell who's talking. But I need to restart my game for that to work,
For now.
which is a bit unfortunate.
Why will the... Okay. I'll just do this. And let it take over.
I don't know if he's here in the channel or if he's watching right now, but anyone else who's out there, like, how am I doing? What do you think? How do you think I can improve? How do you think I can change my setup around a little bit?
And then after I crush these animus.
Are you going to use that animus to look back at people's history through their DNA? Find the pieces of the Apple of Eden? Or whatever the hell it's called? Oh, okay.
Talking about.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they think right now that memories are RNA. It's the going through it.
The Republican National Army?
I think it's the Republican National Assembly.
That could be. That'd make more sense. I don't know. We're in acronym hell right now. Everything is an acronym.
Is acronym an acronym?
It could be. I mean, it has letters, and each and every single one of those letters could be used to state something else. I mean, it's a long acronym, but I'm sure if you put your mind to it. How high is our inflation? Not high enough that I feel like I can burn a stability for it.
Just a little bit more. And I can make this peace deal. Welcome to the fold, Navarre.
Tech up. Tech up, tech up, tech up.
Friggin' chain of islands, and suddenly they go batshit crazy and attack. War is.
Those bastards. Yeah, no kidding.
I know.
Well, I got other people's. I got two separate rebel armies crossed in from different nations.
Oh.
It's, Swanee over here, their rebels came in my territory. Twice now I've had to kill theirs. And I had
Wait, are you
big
from
rebels
North
come down.
America?
The Animus are finally gone.
This isn't like secretly closer, is it?
Swanee.
Manila is like the mouse that roared. I go from island to island to island, kill all their armies, And then the second my back is turned to go after their other
Well, how far away is it? Tell me.
4 different armies on 4 different islands.
Doesn't even tell me how far away it is. Oh, it's because it's not on the coastline.
I thought Navarre had claimed.
It's the same distance. That's interesting.
That's interesting.
That's also the same distance. Intriguing. Well, we'll colonize these because they feel right for us to colonize. And then we'll just sort of gather some space up here and then maybe go this way more. I don't know what is that way, though. We don't know. We'll find out. That's what it's all about, though, exploring. What is even Catholic? Still a lot. The Orthodox are strong, but there's still a lot of Catholic.
I might not have
How long until I eat you?
like, but
A few more years.
I'm sure doing well myself in the east.
Didn't want to lose stability.
Nation has spawned up against Burgundy. It's a shit coalition though, but
I mean, we don't have anything to spend administrative points on right now. Well, then I guess I can spend a little bit in my capital. Get it a little bit closer to adopting colonialism. Well, I should definitely just spam it in one place. This is where I was spamming it, yeah. 35%. Is there anywhere that's actually growing in colonialism right now? No, it's all too far away. But we do this. We do this. And we just straight murder those natives.
Oh my god. Fucking rebels are back again.
We'll just split this in half and we'll use half of it to go and murder the natives. There we go. By the time they figure that out, ideally, we should be there, right? I think. I don't know. We'll explore that sea. I don't know which sea that sea is because it's a randomly generated new world, but whatever. We'll find out.
sieges are fun.
They are indeed. And by that I mean sometimes, I guess. I don't know. What does the colonial nations over here look like? I hadn't even thought about that.
They're horrible.
Mukhtar!
I'm 2 speed. But what are you gonna do? Can't we go faster?
Well, I don't know if we've tried.
I mean, we haven't tried this session, but we've tried every other session.
That's true. That's true. I'll leave it up to the wisdom of the host as to whether or not we try.
There's no risk in trying.
I mean, I'm in a war right now and dealing with rebels.
Yeah, I mean, if you need it at speed. As I said, they should both arrive at about the same time. Or maybe the troops arrive a little sooner, but we'll just get there, we'll kill all the natives, and then we'll settle. Because there is absolutely no reason not to. We'll just up this just a tiny bit so that the natives don't give us that much of a problem. I know that they won't. I know that I'm basically wasting just a little money by turning it up, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. That's what I always say. Always. I say it 100% of the time. Don't I? I've never said that before. At least not directly. I've said it a few times. I don't know. I don't know what I say. I just speak and words come out of my mouth. Go ahead and kill the natives, please.
Just a little bit more, and then
I said kill the natives, please. Are you, I'm just not gonna hit that button.
La 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 la. Fighting a war.
Let's just...
in that tributary.
We don't need to hit that button anymore, apparently.
Still, well, no, I'm in the Philippines trying to conquer them so I can hand them over to Feej. I thought I was all done. The rest of the occupants of the island declared war on me. And I was just innocently standing around about to leave.
That's interesting. Like your army is slowly...
We need to give the Merchants Guild some stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And then one random dude that thinks you're already gone. Independence!
Yeah.
For freedom!
Ends up getting like hundreds of thousands of people killed.
Yeah, and they sort of march on the town that you left to celebrate, and then they see the ship still there.
30 is 30 enough. Oh, I need 10 more. Is there anything that I can just do right now to increase their influence? That just pisses them off.
And Cebu is at war with... God, one of them is at war with... They're both at war with each other. This is bizarre. What a
Probably
warlike
fighting
crowd.
over the same territory.
Yeah.
I feel uncomfortable giving out more land. We can't even give it to the Merchants Guild. I could give this.
We don't need peace in this country.
1%? Oh, irritation. You can feel it. What's this at?
That's fine, though.
Alright, that apparently doesn't work.
Way too far in tech.
We'll just kill the natives if they pop up. How much are we spending on this colony? A bit. A bit. Alright. We still have a long time before our truce ends. Yep. 8 more years.
Click on the territory, and then the other tab at the top is the state.
It's still about that amount of time before my boats can do their thing.
You want to do state edicts? Is that what you said?
No, policies.
Ugh, all right. There's got to be a way to get it so that what?
This might lead to a lot of angry people.
I'm gonna say yes.
Burgundy. Holy fuck.
But also, he should be able to take that himself. Muscovy doesn't have any real ability to get involved in this. So, I mean, if Muscovy starts marching on me, or if anyone starts marching on me, we'll raise
Get those chunks of the Philippines. I think you did. Yeah.
my my troops. We'll raise
He wouldn't.
how much we're paying them.
Score, and I'm tired of fighting this war.
Yeah, that's fine. Considering I didn't do anything, I was just fighting everybody's fucking rebels up. China's in chaos.
I wish I could see it.
What?
What nation are you?
I'm Canton.
Kenton races sing this song, doo-da, doo-da. Alright, so let's assume that Muscovy doesn't do anything against me. I mean, if he does, he's gotta move. Like, he's gotta get around and up here. So I just let him do his thing. Don't mess with him unless he messes with me. We don't want to poke the bear. I don't think Kramer's gonna do anything. I don't think Remark's gonna do anything against me if I don't do anything against him. But if he does, then we're really poking the bear. What is...
Or two territories that are part of one of my core states.
War enemies. That's the button I'm looking for.
Much appreciated.
Armies are about equal. What do I need for this?
So when you colonize now, the territory is apparently the...
Wow, nothing.
Or at least for these Asian islands.
That's what it's supposed to... I thought that's what it's supposed to be.
I thought when you colonize it, it's your...
Oh, that's a good question.
It
That's
is
how it used to be.
if it depends on the population of natives though. Yeah. It's like I'm colonizing problems with 0 natives, so it's becoming my religion. But if it has like enough natives, it can just stay your religion. I think that's right. I think it might depend on the type of religion actually. I'm not sure. I'm not really an expert, I'll be honest.
Damn, my
Almost got it.
and war breaks out.
It's 10%. 10% is getting a little high for my liking. And the only place with it is over here. Yeah, England doesn't have colonialism, so it's not spreading quickly. In fact, except for there, it's literally not spreading anywhere. Now, it must spread pretty fast when it connects to something now that I look at it. So maybe it's a waste of time. Nearby friendly provinces colonialism +3. Okay, so I mean that'll make it go fast, but it's just not fast enough for my liking. You know? I don't know. I mean, perhaps that's because we're at speed 2. And I have to entertain.
Request to share maps or request maps now.
I just sent a boat down. Jeez, why am I getting a high naval attrition?
We're getting there. So now, we still have another 7 years before we can do war with Denmark. I'm excited for that, guys. I'm excited. And then, what's the next move?
It keeps saying no to all the options. Moluccas, Malaya, Eastern Indian Ocean, Wix, Witivleet waters. It says no, I can't share maps.
Why can't you ask for those?
That's what he's trying to figure out.
When you hover over with the tooltip?
Since this is a human player, the actual response will be up to them.
Oh, just ask. The X is just because I'm a human player and the results are no.
But I can't send confirm.
When you hover over confirm, what does that tooltip say?
It says shortcut C.
Nice.
So shortcut C is stopping you from...
It says no units in a region adjacent to this one.
Right, so you probably need to sail a boat to, like, the edge of your known territory. And then request. That's the confusing part. I don't understand if it's you have to send a boat to me or if you have to send a boat to...
Well, I've got a boat to
territory
you.
requesting. But if you don't know what the territory is, how are you supposed to go and be adjacent to it?
Yeah, that's true.
Not bold. Not cautious. I want... Oh, defit.
Easily share.
Severely damaged. Yeah, repair... Not never. When severely damaged. There we go. Now they're actually going out there and doing what I told them to do, as opposed to just sitting in port forever and ever and ever. Amen. Yeah, Manana doesn't need my help. Especially considering it doesn't look like Remark's doing anything about it.
I'm gonna vassal swarm. Hell yeah, boy.
So...
And Justin allied me. And now his fucking computer's calling me to war against his fucking nonsense over there. Fuck you. Should have never done it.
That's a shame.
Threw the country into turmoil. Allied with another player. And same thing as before. Except this time he said, I'm leaving. And then just fucking...
Wait, he left? He's not here?
Yeah, dude, you didn't hear that? He fucking rage quit.
No, I didn't. I did not hear that he rage quit.
He destroyed it. Alright, he said that it was like in debt when he got it, but it's fucking destroyed and he got rebels and stuff and he was like, I'm leaving. And then he just like left and I clicked continue.
Great.
But his computer, he allied with me before he left and his computer just tried to call me into some bullshit. So I had to take the prestige bullet. Now I don't have any prestige, I got 2 prestige. Thankfully my power projection's still at 45.
Is he in the Discord chat?
No, he left. He said he left.
Ah, god damn it.
I think you guys should be happy to hear my nation has basically doubled in size. Done pretty well.
My nation's pretty powerful now.
Is it Somalia though? Come on.
Well, I demoted him in the Discord, so I don't know if he'll really care. Well, he might.
What does a demotion even do to him?
It makes the only thing that makes it do it for him, for all intents and purposes, makes it so that he can't go to the chat for core players, the Signore chat. But
Building up my fleet again.
I will talk to that kid because I don't know. Like, I get rage quitting. And yes, he certainly at least said something, which, I mean, just I'm leaving and then leaving is sort of iffy. I think he should really, like, settle what he's doing. I don't know. I don't know what I should say to that kid about that. I don't think Remark's going to attack me.
50k. Let's see.
I'm very confident that Remark isn't going to attack me. He might. He might. He still could.
Wait,
my confidence could be misplaced.
Army? This for real, boys?
Wait, which nation are you? Oh, wait,
Size.
I can't see anyway because I don't have to skip it, I think. Oh, wow.
We're still quite far from being a great power, which is a bit unfortunate, but...
Current at least. I'm not the highest force limit just yet. That's pretty darn good, actually. What's Burgundy like? I can almost take on Burgundy.
Almost there. And then it'll spread like wildfire. Yeah, I'm excited for colonialism. And then it won't spread past my borders because I hate Denmark and Muscovy, apparently. Well, Muscovy's rivaled with me. So that in and of itself is quite understandable. But... And obviously we fought many wars against Denmark.
You should all bow before me.
I bow before no man. I mean, now it doesn't really matter. I should start bowing. I should consider kneeling as soon as I can. No, I won't. I refuse.
Because once I march up, it's done. Once Burgundy's out of the way, it's done.
I think I'll be fine.
You'll be raiding my shore.
The floor is a little dirty, so I mean, I don't feel like, I don't really feel like it right now.
That's exactly the reason you need to bow, so that I don't have to sit on the dirty floor.
I think I'd just prefer if you sat on the dirty floor. Where you belong, like the dogs.
Does anyone know how lull rebels act? Do they just stay within the country? They spawn in?
They stay
I think every rebel can cross borders, can they not?
I don't know.
Want to.
I think religious ones stay in your borders though because they're fighting specifically against you, whereas the ones that cross the borders are the ones that are looking for their core territories.
Aggressive expansion is pretty bad. That's not good.
Lorrelion, there were 20 some odd rebels in Denmark. Do you see if they transported anywhere?
I don't physically see them.
Oh, but they were on your vassal's border.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I don't see them.
Oh.
Age of Reformation.
Yeah,
Let's have a look.
We are blessed. It's just I want as many claims as possible because there's no reason not to.
That's interesting.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, I'm
All right, I'll
any of these things.
pay my navy. Because, I mean, we're technically at war. And I technically need them safe. Technically. Alright, go out there and do your thing. Let's pay back some of these loans.
Oh, damn it, I'm losing money again. How'd that happen?
Perhaps you should curtail your spending habits.
Yes, my co-cabin
Why
is
you
getting
keep?
a hand again.
Why do you keep building colonies in
I didn't. They're just left over from
Malacca?
before you asked me.
No, they're not. You built 2 new ones since we talked about it. I feel like you're playing me.
I will give you my colonies.
Just build a whole bunch of colonies and give them to.
Hey, Stockholm, could you not, like...
Talking to Saddam Hussein from South Park. Nah, buddy. Nah, it's a chocolate chip factory. Nah.
Sup, Sisvin? How you doing?
Have you guys seen the new season of South Park?
I wanted to get China ware. I admit it. I'm guilty. But I will hand them over. Pontiac.
Yep. Go ahead and piss off Kramer, Stockholm. That's exactly what I want you to do.
So I can't sell you a province yet.
Please fall back. I'm doing excellent. We're getting some EU4 in. The game's going pretty good. I had a long stalemate with Denmark. What we got here is one of our players created a map, and he essentially used the customizer to make every nation on the map. Some of which are good, some of which are a little on the weak side. I'm playing as Acker's House, and we are Vikings, so we're crushing it. We're basically the only Vikings. There was a Normandy down here that was also Vikings. It's still there, I guess, but it's pretty much already dead. All in all, I kicked Denmark's ass in the last war, and I don't think that they're going to be able to I don't think that they're going to be able to fight back again, especially considering that they had an alliance with Seton, and part of the last war, I made them break that alliance, which is fantastic. The players here, we got a guy up here in Muscovy who I'm technically at war with right now, but I'm not like crossing into his borders at the moment. Call me a coward if you will. I'd rather not lose land if I don't have to. We've got a Ottomans player. We've got a Nepali player. That's not the same as Naples.
3 ducats a month again.
Feej for whatever reason made a nation down here as opposed to Naples. We do have a Sevilla player. He's not here today. We do have a Mananan player. He's not here today. Right now I'm just sort of colonizing and waiting for my truces to end. And getting ready to raid, because I can do that, which is amazing to me. Like, there's just so much money that I can get from it. Actually, let's even bring my boats back to get ready to raid, because we're almost at the time that we can do it.
Yeah.
I have 1.
I nearly have 17.
God damn.
7?
Yeah, and it's rising as well.
That is correct. I think he just used the province that they were in,
7 years.
as opposed to changing the name, because like that's why I'm Acker's House, and why Tuni, even though it's Orthodox, is not Carthage. Oh, dude, yeah, Bohemia's getting wrecked.
We've been playing a lot, but he's the 3rd strongest nation in the world.
Who is?
Who?
Awari? Is that some news draws, right?
Yeah.
Third strongest in the world. According to the,
Manana managed to
powers.
pass me though.
Yeah, just because they have more.
Yeah, but Manana's not going to have a player for 2 weeks.
No, I think he'll be back next Saturday.
Oh, he will? He was watching in the stream for a while.
Oh no, not next Saturday, but he'll just be gone for one Saturday, I think.
You know what? Spend it. Why not? And while we're spending
Just let me know.
points here,
Let me hand over.
there we go.
Yeah, these rebels taking my territory are killing my income.
Boom.
That's not too.
That should spread at lightning speed, I believe. Yeah, 5 a month. That'll be there in no time. Let's go ahead and change it up and have the institution spread as quickly as we can.
Unrest by 2. Hopefully that'll help with all this fucking.
Actually, let's just put it everywhere, because I have... Who knows what'll happen in a little bit. We don't have any players in America. We do have some players in Asia. America is randomly generated, which is a little unfortunate because of the trade lines, as you can see. Well, they're not that bad. They're pretty similar, actually, now that I think about it. But it looks like there's none from France that come across. Like, all the ones from France go down. So, I mean, that's sort of the big change. I would have liked for a France one to go this way so that France could, like, colonize. But they're sort of... Well, I mean, they still can colonize. There's still advantage in colonizing, even if the trade routes don't work to your benefit. We get a lot of loans to pay off, so we'll pay off those loans to building stuff. Oh, what were we doing? Ah, yes, we were, state edicts. Here we go.
Colonialism is nearly here.
I'm just gonna have this
Colonialism's so far away in the future.
spread as quickly as possible. Because I can, and entirely because I can. And because I'm sort of the kind of lazy guy who doesn't like to keep checking, oh, is it in this county yet? Is it spreading in this county yet? We don't have anyone playing as Ming, but we do have someone playing as Canton, who I think...
Oh, I was about to declare war on
is doing pretty well.
tech level 9, and I'm still at 7. Ugh.
But I wouldn't be able to tell you because I can't see him right now. How's Canton doing?
You know, we're doing.
Someone in chat asked why Canton.
Like why the name or why the area?
They weren't specific.
It's name.
Let's see if he responds.
The capital. And again, when you create a custom nation, it chooses the capital county to name the nation. I just got lazy with the names. Just to break the Ming up. Broke up. Made Chengdu. Gave them more development too. The Mountain Kingdom. Beijing. Made them separate. Just back to kind of like the Three Kingdoms. But I didn't know too much about the Three Kingdoms, so I just made my own. I used to do a little bit more.
Wushu and Wei.
That moment when China breaks up again.
Oh, dude, I wish Ming explosions happened more in the regular game.
Yeah.
They're always so magical.
I kind of wish there was a better system for like splitting up and then reforming, just like happened a lot historically.
Yeah. Sorry about the chair. So, we can sort of watch. If Remark comes into my territory, then I'll do something about it.
See the whole map, and not just Africa, like Arabia, and like half.
I can see you.
You can see me?
Yeah.
Look how big I am now. I control almost all of Somalia.
Most of the names
No,
of
you
the
don't.
nations are based
Well,
off of the
Ostengali is my
capitals.
vassal, that's why.
Yes.
That I see.
So,
What do you have for ideas down there, J-Crop?
it's really trade focused, basically. And then also ships.
Stockholm is my vassal, by the way.
Some of it's not that great, like embargo efficiency, but I do get like a free merchant for my ideas. Oh, and then I've taken trading because the AI took it, and I took expansion to start colonizing Africa.
2 more years before I can raid.
Am I not a great power yet? Holy shit, I'm not even a great power yet. What the fuck?
You're more of an okay power.
I'm like a strong fucking country and I'm not even on the list.
How many? What is his total manpower?
Okay. What was the idea behind that name?
This is a New World nation, I think.
Screw.
Just so you know, there is a New World nation that has more troops than you, Marseille. Looks like Marseille has Tech 9.
Oh, yeah.
I have Tech 9.
Random, right?
New World is random, yes. New World was random, and then he created some nations over there. Looks like there's a lot of people with Tech 9. Obviously, my biggest enemies don't have Tech 8. Oh, how do you see great powers? You click right here. This beautiful little button right here.
Finally stopped thinking of me as a rival.
Oh no, we gotta get... This war's gotta end.
Having 3 more people think you as a rival, then you can rival back.
Let's see. I
I mean,
kinda
he's-
want one of those probably.
He's not willing to give me money. Okay, that's fine. I want the war to be over,
How much development?
so I don't have to worry or think about it anymore.
This 2-star general with his 8K rebel army has been around for like 15, 20 years.
Honestly, I value the diplomatic power more than I do the money.
And he crosses into someone else's,
You don't see it on your screen. Oh, it must be one of the DLCs.
which is green.
Let's look it up.
You do.
What DLC allows you to view great powers? U4.
Innovativeness. But I'm slowly losing because I'm not 5 years ahead.
So innovative.
It wants me to take
I think it's Rights of Man.
45
It looks like Rights of Man.
extra payment.
That is understandable. I don't have many DLCs either. You can actually... The way that Paradox multiplayer works is that you use all the DLCs of the host except for the visual ones.
Or just
So, the only ones that you really have to spend money on if you play a lot of multiplayer like I do are the visual ones, which is perfectly fine by me. Sometimes I'll buy them. Now, I do have most of the DLCs, though. But that's because I do occasionally like to play on my own, but I generally feel like I'm wasting time if when I'm playing on my own, you know? Well, that's understandable. Like, it's kind of weird, actually, because I feel like I play a lot better than some people that I watch who play exclusively single player, and I feel like there's a lot of people who come in here who play exclusively single player who aren't that good, who have thousands of hours in the game, and I think that's more because of the competitive aspect. Like, I have people around me that I can always sort of talk to, and I can always sort of compare my nation to theirs, and if I'm falling behind, I can readjust, whereas the AI is always just kind of not good.
What does gain the trade bonus mean from either silk, spices, or Chinaware? I think I have Chinaware, but
And if you're making enough money off of a specific resource in your government tab, you'll have country modifiers, and you'll have a modifier that'll say trading in silk or trading in coffee.
They're too expensive, in my opinion. They're like probably $10, $10 to $15 to $20 American, which I have no idea how that compares to where you're from, but they're expensive. If you buy them over time, it's not that bad. When it boils down to it, I generally value a game based off. I generally value a game when I try to get it, when I get into a game based off how many hours do I think I will play the game, and every hour that I think I will play the game, then it's worth spending $1 into it for that hour. So if a game, and that can be different based off the game. There are some games that I like to that I will spend more that are AAA development.
So tired of chasing rebels.
Yeah. So like I've got a few hundred hours into this, so like I'm generally, because of that policy, I'm generally fine buying most of the DLCs, even though again for this I don't have many DLCs. For Crusader Kings, which I have like
still living on it.
Almost 3,000 hours in, I have every single DLC just because I feel like that's fair. I put so many hours into the game that
The leader died.
that cost is acceptable because I'm going to continue to play the game. For this, it's pretty rare that I'm ever going to play this single player just because it's a slow game. And it's kind of nice to have people to talk with. So that's sort of my mentality right there. Yeah, El Dorado is basically useless except for a few events and a DLC. The ones that you want, I think, are Rights of Man and Art of War. I think are two really big ones. And then beyond that, I don't remember what the other DLCs do.
What?
This is like create trading city. What does that do? Like an independent like state, or
Maybe it's your.
Wait, are you a merchant republic?
yeah.
Okay, so in each region, each trade region, you can create a trade city, and that one trade city gets a bunch of bonuses to trade power.
Oh, okay, nice.
It's like creating another central. What'd you say? There's no disadvantage to it. No.
Center of trade in a trade node.
Essentially, yes. That's, for all intents and purposes, what it's doing.
Why would you ever say no to that?
Well, he can do one in every single trade node. So it's they tried to do that to give him incentive to spread himself like in single trade nodes as much as physically possible, because he can only have like 20 or so provinces.
Yeah.
And then because he increases production of goods.
It creates independent states, I think.
Or does it? There's one that you can do to create an independent state, and then there's another that you can do to create essentially a center of trade, and I forget what they're both called. I'd rather make my nation by editing the files than spending 15 euros. Yeah, I can agree with you on that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Perfect. You can get your butt over here. And who wants land? The nobility and the clergy.
Yeah, definitely want to look into one that makes centers of trade. I can find that. Oh wait, I'm a Grand Republic. Is that different? I don't think so.
Republic just denotes your rank of government.
State, okay. So we need to give this to... That do it? 13. Damn it. Gosh darn nobility. Get happy. They need one more. Because of we'll give this one to the clergy. because that should pop them way above the 2% that they need, and then we'll give this one to the nobility because this should increase it by 1%. And then as soon as it registers me doing that, there we go, boom!